People think that there's a point in trying to win an argument. What is it? What is it? I really want to know. I'm very fucking curious. What do you feel like the bigger person? You feel like you can do anything? You feel like you're better than other people? If so, who's better than you? Depends on how you're feeling, right? Is it you? You're probably wondering why I'm asking all these questions. Part of the reason is that I wanted to see how many of them I could come up with before continuing on to a different subject. I think a lot of this has to do with egos. Now, the ego has its merits, it has its pros, but there's a good and a bad to everything. There are two sides to every coin. Every truth in reality is just a half-truth. So I'm always going to be right to some extent, but I'm also going to be wrong to some extent. And I like to think you will be too. So why does any of this shit matter? What the fuck am I even talking about? I'm talking about the feeling, the lower consciousness feeling, the low vibration, fucking blood-sucking, fucking energy-draining feeling of a need to prove yourself to other people. You know what's totally insane about that? All you're thinking about the whole time is what they think of you. There's a guy, he's all over the place. I saw so many episodes of him all over my Facebook feed. It got really fucking annoying, honestly. I just had to unfollow him, despite how much I actually agree with and resonate with his message. His name is Jay Shetty. He says many of us live in a perception of ourselves. We care a lot about what others think of us. So that's what we think about? That's fucking weird. Is that not fucking weird? I find this a lot on my Facebook, particularly. There are so many times I go on Facebook and someone's just commenting how strongly they disagree with someone. Everyone has an opinion, which is fine. That's biologically sensical in a way. There are so many times on Facebook I see someone posting a status asking how much you did or invested, like a how much of something. They're asking you for your quantity. How much time does it take you to record a song? How many hours do you work every week? How much money have you invested in your music this year? What is this, a fucking dick measuring contest? Why not just say how long is your dick? Overestimating is encouraged. The point is, the only person you need to prove yourself to is you. The amount of people externally, you know, in the outside world, who actually need to know you're doing that doesn't really matter. Because as long as it happens, many of them will be surprised how far you go in that anyway. What do you do every single fucking day? What do you do every day? Are you better at it today? Are you closer with your family? Are you making more music? Are you making more money? How close are you to doing any of that? How's your love life? Is it better? Is it deeper? Is it more fulfilling than yesterday? How's your relationship with yourself? Your inner game, your inner life. Don't worry about anyone else's, unless they're paying you to, I guess. But don't worry about anyone else's. I mean, maybe you could look at them as a reference, especially if you look up to them, but you should only really be comparing yourself to you. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying people should not disagree. Shit, if anything, I think people need to disagree. It really just means you're thinking critically about things. Most people don't exactly do that, but I'm saying to do it respectfully. I know this is hard for some people because the word respectfully is just a fucking word. It's just a dumbed down term people like to use without any operational explanation of how to do it. Here's some things I like to do. Personally, I like to say, you know what? I don't necessarily agree with that, but that does kind of make sense, and I can kind of see where you're coming from. Or, this takes most people mass amounts of courage. In fact, when I do it, I only do it more as a means of doing things that make me uncomfortable, so I can further reinforce that habit loop. Because people who do things that make them uncomfortable, like every single day, they are a fucking threat to people who think, oh, he's my competitor. You can do something totally insane and actually ask them why they disagree. This is how to win friends and influence people 101. That opens dialogue. It doesn't really open like debate and like dickheadish discussion, or at least ego-based discussion. Sometimes you may just be surprised when you do this and hear something you didn't even know about before. So that's my take on the need to prove yourself to others. What do you guys think? What am I missing? Please feel free to let me know in the comments. If you have any questions in general, please don't hesitate to hit me up. There are links at the bottom of the description to all my social media. Make sure to leave a like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. If you could turn on that little bell to receive a notification every time I drop a new video, that would mean the world to me. I appreciate you guys so much. You can find me everywhere, and I will see you then.